Make a long story short, presentation loving bitches from every race are starting a battle over the corporate propaganda that has infested the martial arts community and in the entertainment industry versus the traditional guys who train a traditional art. Now, the difference is I have evolved in the tradition, just like capoeira was an evolved version of African martial arts principles. They were transferred on. They went that way with the same principles as you carry your standard or symbols or holy book or holy vestments, holy symbols. So it is the guys who are all talk and money to make it seem like their talk is true, who do communication through demonstration, demon, Democrat, publican. Look up publican. A publican is a tax collector. Republican, a cycle, right? Election cycle, selection, election, okay? The publican. You're the public. And you're not allowed to shrink from controversy. Why? Because we're doing eugenics, not because we care about your opinion. You have the freedom of speech so that we can identify who you are. And if you are brave, we will shed a tear, maybe make a statue, but we'll keep it pushing. And that is the game, Satan's game. That is most of the main components of it, if you think about it, and everything else branches off from there. Materialism and presentation, snake thinking, right? Kill the young, versus application. So another way to look at it is on the lowest level of sparring, because all war is sparring. I say again, all warfare is sparring. Philosophical, etc. It's sparring between God and the devil. Spar, war, Spartan, a 10 at sparring, right? So they want you to believe the Spartans are hard. Okay, all sparring is war. Scripture, right? You're sparring with the devil. A public debate, right? Is that not part of war? What is propaganda? Why is it unconventional warfare? Because sparring, intellectual sparring, includes martial arts, which has to do with mental health, mind, body, and soul, public policy, the admiration of potential wives, reproduction, taxation, and control, as just like in Upper Egypt when Narmer united the lands. Okay, he took over. He took 120,000 captives, a whole bunch of cattle and goats. Okay, and so Satan said, "No, I am the guy who's supposed to control it." So he was the most jealous of the white people. He was the most jealous of the black people, and he was the rabble rouser. He was the leader of the rebellion against the natural order, which was an Afro-Asiatic order where the Near East and the Middle East and the Middle Asia meet with Africa. That's why they want you to meet them in the middle between Europe and Asia and not go back to the source. They want to reinvent you in the Caucasian image and tradition, if you will, instead of your true African self. So on the lowest level of sparring, you have presentation. Look, this is what I'm going to do to you. It's kind of like a Cold War, right? So part of the Cold War of all sports, martial arts competitions, which are designed with Babylonian and Roman traditions in mind, and not African and Christian traditions like capoeira. So the next level of it is, let us do it without touching and be honorable. You follow me? This is Beni Hassan. This is pre-dynastic Egypt. This is martial arts for thousands of years. The next level of it, let's not touch each other. The next level of it, let's touch each other. Light contact, light. Now, as soon as you leave the light, where do you go? You go to the dark. So you say, look, if you really got a problem, you want to go there with me, nigga? Take your shirt off. What, nigga? What? Right? Now you're starting to go toward the dark. And there are some people saying, well, we'll meet you in the middle, so catch a fade at the park. And then there are people from the light temple say, hey, light contact. And then there are sadistic people that say, hey, gladiator contact. And we're all tugging in different directions. And the guys in the middle are backed up by the corporations and some of the guys on each side who want to bring peace and bring in the new world order. So sparring is backing it up. Form is I'm a little sissy, homosexual, liberal, trying to confuse you with my Roman Japheth allies. Any questions?